approval for that.
Yep, and we got, we're waiting for the bylaw exemption for noise to come through. Hopefully that'll come through shortly. And I just want to thank Councillor Manett's office. We didn't realize there's an exemption, not exemption, but they have something in the city where if you put on an event, the city pays X amount for the first part of it, and because we're putting so many events on, we were covered for a certain portion of it. I think it was like $275. Thank you for that. Last but not least, we have November 16th, the CCA will be holding a public meeting, and that will be it for 2017. So I will stop at this time and open the floor to questions. Any questions? Come on, it's got to be.
Just a quick one, as a big thumbs up for the city and for Councillor Monette and his team. Was a fervent cross-country skier, and the platform sort of tent line, the cycle path that goes trimline, tent line, and so on, has now been groomed this last winter. And for Nordic skiing, there's even enough room for speed skiing, and dog walkers use it tremendously. So it's a health promotion. It is health promotion because so many people are using it. I've been talking to a lot of people on the path, and they say, boy, before when there was snow falling, you just couldn't use it. Dog walkers were just do for a little trek. Now they walk up and down. People are more mobile. It's lovely to see young families, mom, dad, or mom and the 3 children out there on the weekends on their skis, and the place is free. It's perfectly groomed. It's a beautiful, beautiful trail. So thumbs up to you guys. Well done. And do keep it up next year. They're expecting it.
I'll just throw a little plug in there if that's okay. So we partnered with the South Nation Conservation Authority, so I'd be remiss if we didn't mention them as well. And we are hoping to keep that partnership ongoing, as well as expand it into some of the other pathways that we're building to grow Avalon in that area this year. So I will pass along your opinion to them. I'm sure they'll be very excited to hear some positive feedback. So thank you.
Yeah, great initiative. I know that there's further work being done on looking at how it can be financially viable moving forward, and looking at washing facilities. So there's a business case that's being done. We are strong supporters of that, and we hope that it will be connected to Peter Allen for the winter, and eventually to the future canoe club that will be built and constructed by Peter Allen, so that we'll have a link from right from the west end of the city right to the east end of the city. That would be fantastic.
The next consideration is car park, because if you're car park, the parking lot, because you're going to draw a whole bunch of people. So right now it's an issue for some people that like to cross country ski. They cheat on the weekend and use the car park for OC transport, and but there's nowhere to put your car. So there's going to be all these activities and venues for other sports like canoe and so on. Think of people arrive not on foot with their canoes, you know, if that on top of a vehicle, you have a vehicle somewhere. And there's a lot of no parking along that stretch, so there's no parking around. So just, unless we could use, there's a Francophone college along that road. Cité Collégiale, if we could use their parking lot, that's an option.
I'll bring that back to the council.
Just for sure. Yeah.
Good suggestion. Any other questions? Going once, going twice, gone. Pass the floor to Naeem Gao, our treasurer, to give the treasurer's report.
All right, thank you, Sean. I believe everybody has a copy of the, sorry, that's it scribbles up mine here, but the treasury report, just to walk you through very quickly. Good year for the Cargo Creek. We divided into 2 sections, the revenues and how we spent our monies for this year. And the revenue, it's mostly divided into 2 parts. One is the grant. As you know, we operate 4 rigs, so this is the kind of the biggest chunk of money that we get throughout the year to manage those rigs, and I'll explain a little bit what we do there later on. The other chunk, and I kind of put it all together where you see advertisement, major events, CCCA, community garden, is kind of the support of our community. So again, I'm going to say again, Steve Hamry, Sobeys, Oakwood for this year, Councillor Monette, thank you very much, Mr. Andrew, RMP Andrew Leslie, and of course, I think my Constadon as well assisted in that. Having said that, so we get about, I would say, $5,500 a year from them in support, and you'll see what we spend it on as we go. This year as well, we had to change our snow blower, so we actually benefited from the old one. We sold it for $400, so that was a good thing we achieved. This is from our revenue perspective. From our expenditures, the biggest chunk of our expenditure goes in our rink operation. So this year we spent, although we only got $8,000 for our rink, we spent about $9,200. Reason for that is two. One, we hired more students. We had a full-time coverage this year for the rink operation.
7 days a week.
7 days a week, no, all the time. You had a student there sitting and watching if any accidents happen, making sure the rink is clean, accessible. It was phenomenal. So that is upping our service levels, I guess, and we're proud of that. The other part, we had to buy a brand new snowblower because, as you know, we had a record snowfall this year, and of course the old one simply broke. And then we decided to go and get a new one just so that we can continue doing the service and providing the good service we do.
And we still have it, didn't get stolen.
Yeah. So that cost us around $3,000 as well. The other part that I want to kind of mention, our expenditure for the web, it went a little bit higher than last year. It's because we hired a webmaster this year. He was there last year for the end of it, but this year for the whole year, who assisted us because, trust me, it needs some work there, and we're going to keep doing some good work on the web. Children Community Garden, I want to also mention something interesting there because this year, so if you look at the net, we got more money than we spent. So now the garden's kind of generating money to invest in the next year, buy seeds, etc., and it kind of becomes a little bit autonomous. So that has been able to be achieved. Last but not least, you'll notice Canada 2017. So we prepaid in the previous fiscal year, or this fiscal year that's ending, $800 for the movie park. For the movie in the park, sorry, movie and camping in the park. So we already prepaid $800, and then in this new fiscal year, we'll pay the rest, whatever, upcoming to the event. And then, in all, we spent this year more than we had, but we did it also on purpose because we opened the year with $7,000 from last year surplus, knowing that we might need to refurbish our snowboard, we might need to spend to make sure, change some signs, etc. So, having said that, we spent almost $4,500 over than what we made. Now our bank account ends at $2,300 this year. And this is a quick summary. Any questions? Like that. For that, I'll pass it to Sean.
Thank you, Naim. So just while we're on the issue of reports, I'd just like, Jessica, would you like to give a quick report on the children's garden?
Sure. So,
Pass that around.
we're just starting our third year at the Children's Garden, and it's going really well. We have, our main means of communication and getting people connected is through Facebook, and it's working really well. We have over 160 families that are connected to the garden. Some of them come, some are just interested in it. But yeah, so this year we're still doing the Tuesday morning playgroups for little kids, and we added a French playgroup on Thursday mornings. So we have 2 playgroups, and we were trying to do like a weekly potluck maintenance night, but it wasn't working out, so we're doing a Saturday once a month, last Saturday of the month, where we do like major maintenance stuff and a community potluck. So if you have kids, please come and join us. Our Facebook, how to find us on Facebook is facebook.com/Orleans Children's Garden. It was just more simple to put Orleans than Cardinal Creek, and so for people to find us, because we are the only children's garden in Orleans so far. Yeah, last year we weren't able to advance with the project because of all the new accessibility laws. It was a little bit complicated. So this year we're just going to do things that we can, that are not permanent in structure. So we're going to do like a pumpkin patch, and we're going to plant different things in the ground. And it's a little bit tricky with the city right now, so we're just kind of waiting it out a little bit and just doing what we can legally, because they want every single feature in the garden to be accessible, and that's very challenging and very costly. And yeah, we need more support. Like, we're very small right now committee-wise, so we're looking for people, parents, to really get involved this year. That's my goal, to build a team where we have someone doing communications and marketing and outreach and all that stuff. It takes really a team of 5 or 6 people to have a solid project like this. And right now there's 2 of us and a couple other people helping with no official title, so it's just not enough. We also are looking for people who want to water. I'm talking to all my neighbors all the time, trying to find as many people as possible, because if it's a hot summer, we need it to be watered almost every day. And the rain barrels are filled with big hoses from the rink, so it's a lot of work to actually fill those barrels. And we have this amazing woman, Diana. She's there, like, she's from the States. She's only here for 3 years, and this is her last year. So we need to raise a team before she leaves, because she is like doing everything. And she's been like with her husband, like connecting the hoses and filling the barrels like almost every week, and she's not really good at finding other volunteers. So I have to help her find other people, because when she leaves, we're gonna be in trouble. So if you know anyone who would like to help